All right, so I picked up the 4-pack of Treatlife's smart plugs. I have some of their light switch, dimmer switch, and three-way switch. So a couple lights and things like that would be nice to have on a schedule to be able to turn on certain times, things like that. Be able to control by voice. I use Siri, not Alexa and Google, but thus far everything I've done with Siri has worked fine with the Treatlife switches. So look here at the box information here. So looking forward to adding these into the mix, being able to get more control of devices in the house. So here we go with the instructions. A little bit different layout than their usual stuff, but everything I've had with them has been pretty easy to understand. Should be pretty straightforward since there's no wiring that needs to be done, just a matter of setting up the app, which I already have, and just adding these switches in there. So it's a very compact box here, and not sure how best to get these out of here. There we go. Alright, so each individual switch, not real large there. Obviously have a protector on here for plugging into the wall. Looks like a little reset switch or something like that. I will take a look at the instructions and test it out. Let's see how they work. All right, I'm ready to get going with the Treatlife smart plug here. And in case you're curious about size here, what do we got? About 1.25 inches deep, almost a little under 3 inches wide, and about 1.5 inches high. So pretty reasonable size there. And I'm going to plug it in. The instructions are to hold the button here for 5 seconds, and then something is supposed to blink. So 3, 4, 5. And let's see, did the light is not blinking rapidly, so I'm going to, I think it may have already been doing that right away. So hold that for 5 seconds. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fast. And then the instructions are, if you just open the SmartLife app, free app, I'm obviously doing this on iOS, it's supposed to recognize the device for you. But if not, and it did not, so I will just hit the plus sign. Oh, there we go. Devices to be added. And you are not seeing this with the glare with the sun on it here, but device to be added. So I will say go to add mini smart plug right there, and go next. Here we are adding. So since it already knew my Wi-Fi network from my other devices, it was able to go right there, and there we are, that fast. Here we are, power is off, so I will plug a little oldie-fashioned circuit tester in here and tap, and there's on, and there is off. So we have timer functionality, we can add a schedule, put a cycle timer on there, I guess, so when you turn it on, it turns off after a certain amount of time. So we could do that. Oh, the countdown timer, I guess that's what I'm thinking of. So I could turn it off after a minute or an hour so often. Change schedule for away mode. And let's see, what does that say? Inching, turn this feature on, and we'll put the device in an automatic state each time the device is turned on, and will turn off after a period of operation. So there we go. That's kind of a cool feature. So I will have to explore with that. Most likely what I'm going to do with a few of these is just add them on to the schedules I already have for turning on at dusk and turning off after a certain point. So I don't know, you can't really see these options here, but so restart status, you can turn it off or on whenever power is disconnected. Light mode, so we can have the man, can't get the right glare here for you to see, but here's our options. So light mode, we can tell whether the switch is on or off, or the switch location, or you can just turn the LED off. So experiment with that. And child lock, so we can power it off after somebody plays with it. Different times here, because obviously you can just press the button here on the side and manually turn on and off. And so if I do that, the app knows whether it's on or off. So those are some of the things. We can, of course, like all the other devices, just edit this and give it a name here. So whatever you want to call it, switch 1, and change its icon if you want, and put it in a location, define rooms for your house if you so desire. But there we go. And with the Apple, you can add it to your home screen where there's a widget, so you don't even need to open the phone to turn devices on or off. Share the device with, say, other people in your family. I don't do Alexa or Google Home, so I can't really test those out. But all the other devices I have Siri shortcuts, so that's pretty easy to do as well. So that was really easy to pair. It's a small device, pretty simple and straightforward to just get running. So very, very happy with that, just like I am with all the other Treatlife products. So I hope that is a helpful quick look at that. All right, let me try to set up a Siri shortcut pretty quickly here. So here's the new switch I just added, so I can from here hit on and off. If I come to smart, add, maybe. All right, so I tap to run the device. So I want to do switch 1. So I could even put it on a countdown, but I'm just going to do this sort of in manual. So I'm going to do that. Next, tap to run, switch on, and I'm going to name it. Switch 1 on, very original. Save that and do a corresponding run, switch 1, switch off. Save that. Next, see that switch off. All right, save. So now I have switch 1 on and off, and I can say add to Siri. So I'm gonna add each of these. Great. So now I should be able to talk to Siri and have him, I have a male voice, I don't know why, but anyway, turn it on. So, hey Siri, switch 1 on.
Just a moment. Okay, done.
Hey Siri, switch 1 off.
Okay, done.
And there we go. That easy.